Hello everyone, at last! I think we've solved all our technical problems. Well, other than the fact that I'm running Windows. But yes. Yes, it just hates streaming, obviously. So yes, let's go through the hellos. Mulkster, McThulu, Kerkula80, Thors, Muffin, Super Koopa, Stellar Dweller, Fuchsia's Glasses, Ascendant Daniel, Meatboy111, Atomic Element, Anything 85, Epic Taskmaster 112. Nick Peck, Alice Teps, Kendoka 15, Proud Lion, MacDeviant, ICI2, Anthraxisen 411, I Am So Insane, Tikkun Selic, S. Dinkelberg, Red Rabot, Vengeful Wraith, and Joshua Shostak. Hello to you all! And Mooks, oh god, everybody's trying to get their name in. You guys, thanks for bearing with me. I am dreadfully sorry about... I keep crashing because Windows 10 is clearly written by a bunch of people that don't like me streaming. Honestly, it's definitely because they don't like my streaming. Also, it might be because I've mostly threw this beer. Hold on. So, can we... we were trying to fly a Mallard to Laythe. There's a bear with... There's a bear? Where? No. Is there a moose? How about a moose? Is there a moose loose about this hoose? Me being Scottish, obviously. So, yeah. But we just got an update to 10. So, this is the situation that we left it in. I've been plotting an excellent intercept course for Joule. And I, in fact, had a maneuver node. So, we just need to start getting ourselves onto that maneuver node. We are, however, running low on oxidizer and fuel, so we're gonna run it. Yeah, we are totally doing this. Pardon me. If you remember, this is what I was trying to launch. This was an epic project to take a passenger jet, actually it's a cargo jet, and try to fly it in another planet's atmosphere. So I'm just going to throttle up these engines. And I think, actually, at this point, I think what happens is we're about to run out of fuel here. There we go. See, fuel. Fuel very, very low. Very low. It's about to go. And we get 50 meters per second. Oh, 40 meters per second. That's what we have left. Okay, so let's jettison these things. Let's jettison this one. I'm just going to decouple them manually because I want them to remain together. Otherwise, I will have these nose cones will stage. Okay, so now what we have is our nuclear engine. And we all know where our nuclear engine was. It is stored in the butt there. So this Mallard clearly has gas issues. So let's turn this on, activate the engine. Oh, wow, yes. Let's throttle our engine up very slowly and we'll creep out of here. Because I'm a creep. I'm a rocket. I don't belong here. Because I'm an airplane. Okay, there we go. We're going to wait for this to get out, and then we're going to really open up the throttles. There we go. Look at the acceleration on this thing. Estimated burn is like 1 minute. Okay, Fighter Jet's guitar solo says your accent is amazing. I have to say, Fighter Jet's guitar solo, your name is amazing. That's like a band's name. Like, if I had a rock band, I would call it Fighter Jet's Guitar Solo. Seriously. Yeah, I like this. The engine hidden inside there. Totally practical. Okay, so we're just going to bring this down. The thing is, I don't think I can aerobrake with this. I think if I try to aerobrake, the whole thing will disintegrate because these things are just not made for it. Okay. 5, 4, 6, 4... 4 meters per second, 3 meters per second, 2 meters per second, and I'm going to throttle back just a bit. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's us. We're pretty close. Disable stability control, and let's see where we are. We are on... Oh, wow, our periaps is 384 kilometers. So that's actually just about as good as we can get. I'm going to F5 that. Because you know what? I suspect this will blow itself up as we try to land this. Oh, that's a great one. Vengeful Wrath says he would name his band Nuclear Plasma Duck. Fuskel's Glasses thinks that Fighter Jet's guitar solo is a pretty awesome thing. Okay. Oh, here, someone has the links. 'Cause I'm a plane, I'm an airfoil. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. It's taken off. I'm sorry, I like Radiohead too much to really ruin them. Radiohead, awesome band, but every time, I only really started to see them later in their career when they basically had stopped playing Creep, you know? Sure, I keep on meaning to do an orbital mechanics video explaining explaining gravity assist, and specifically explaining why doing a lunar gravity assist to get onto a planetary transfer orbit is never a good idea. It doesn't actually help you at any point. Why is the Mallard in outer space? Because it's a space Mallard. Why not? Fussel's Glasses, what? You're saying you're having issues? The update from full version to from beta. You know what? Just download the full version of the game, right? I don't know. I didn't even know there was a way to update thing. Yeah. Well, I still am grateful to Radiohead for making Creep and selling out to get that record deal so they could really do awesome stuff. I have absolute respect for that band on so many levels. There's so many great things they did. I especially like, I mean, they did do Kubrick tributes and things like that. Those, just great band. Hey, Snowgip says, hey, Scott. Hey! Okay. Today on Jet Orbital, where we fly as another atmosphere where we will land and never go back home. I have an MBA and KSP barely work. Oh, MacBook Air, what can I do about it? I have to say it works fine on my wife's MacBook Air. Oh crap, we've got this problem again. Right, so there's some problem where the mouse pointer just jumps to the top left of the screen. It's very problematic. Okay, yeah, time warp. Oh dear. How many Scots does it? I just changed a light bulb tonight, actually, and it's on a light that I actually made myself. Okay, so now, do I go for aero braking? What do you think? Hands up. Okay, let's vote for aero braking altitude. I want to hear you. You are my mission control, my mission specialists. Tell us. What should be my aero braking altitude? Somebody says about 2.5. Yeah. Dread Edwards is going to San Francisco and everyone should meet and greet. If you want to organize a meet and greet in San Francisco or the Bay Area, I will try and turn up. Okay, somebody says 100 millimeters? No, that's not going to work. 80 kilometers, 60 kilometers. Okay, you know what? Somebody said 60, 50. Let's just see what happens, what altitude this thing burns up at, right? So we're going to turn on stability. And I'm actually just going to fire retrograde to slow my orbit down a bit, right? So here we go, 300 kilometers. Aero braking at Joule. Okay, wait, is anti-radial is down? I forget. Anti-radial is outwards. Radial is inwards, that's right. Masters of Business. Yeah, well, there's all sorts of acronyms. We like our we've quick saved beforehand. I'm just gonna. Wow, this thing is just spinning around in circles. There we go. Just throttle up just a touch, and apparently, I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the opposite direction. I should have done anti-radial, obviously. Nerdcubed has done great things for this game just by introducing it to many more people. Okay, let's try bringing it down. I think we'll go and just see what altitude it breaks up at if I just plunge it through Joule's atmosphere. That's the way to do it. Yeah, no, Nerd Cubed just played it with such gusto and energy that I totally appreciated it. Plus, he kept on apologizing to me, which I found really funny. One of these days, I might actually get a chance to work with some of these people, but I don't tend to have time to do anything. Okay, let's set our direction to prograde, and let's actually just set time warp and go. Okay, where is Joule? It must be there somewhere. Somewhere? It must be moving against this background, surely. I'm not seeing it. Where are you? Where are you, little green one? I know you're out there. Okay, never mind. We'll just accelerate through this. I'm not sure he loves me. I think he just, you know, like, he just there. He thinks that I'm one for making jokes about, because I have science and stuff. Is it only me, or do more people have problems with the stream right now? Are you German? Because I have problems speaking German. I'm not very good at it. I'm just going to go down, and because I'm coming into the atmosphere, I can use the only German I know. I can go, Achtung! Schnell! Schnell! Whatever that means. Yeah, I think Nerd Cubed made it clear that Kerbal Space Program was automatically going to win the 2015 Not Poop Game of the Year award. He might have changed his mind, since there are many great other things going on. Okay, let's see how this works. So anyone want to guess? Anyone want to place bets on what altitude we get to before we break up? Come on. Come on, whoever gets the right answer wins a free walk to this corner store. Okay. Look at this. Okay, come on, 70, 80, 75. Well, I have this all logged. I'm going to have to... Jay Shufro is 150. He is a pessimist. Otaku Showboat says 175. So there seem to be a whole range of guesses. And somebody, Vengeful Wraith, is clearly not so vengeful because he thinks it's going to survive. It says I cannot do anything while it's under acceleration. Wait. What altitude is Eve's atmosphere or Jill's atmosphere go out to? It says I can't time accelerate while I'm under acceleration. But I don't think I'm under acceleration, right? There's certainly no atmosphere here. That is very, very, very strange. Okay, you know what? If you walk to the cookie store in the corner, you can get whatever you like. We totally support it. Oh, Just Cause 3. That is also true. Just Cause 3 is coming in at the last minute with stingers. But I will say that Just Cause 3, its wingsuits are not physically or accurate by any means. How do I have negative G's right now? I'm still waiting for this thing. Okay, you know what? I'm going to roll it to the left. This is, of course, using electrical power. And I don't have a huge amount of electrical... Oh, there we go! Oh! Wow! Wings are off. Cabin is still there. Look, we have some control. Maybe I'll try pulling up here. Look, there, look, we'll try surfing this thing in. There, look. Oh, no, it gone. 167! So let's see who got the closest. 92, 78, 167, 200, minus 270. No, that is wrong. That is so wrong. That is the most wrong, the wrongest answer of wrong. Somebody says, Otaku Showboat said 175, which I think is the closest. Yes, Otaku Showboat, you get to go on a free walk to the corner store. Congratulations, enjoy it. Buy yourself a cookie. Yes. So yeah, good news is that I should be able to reload. Parachutes? Why would we have parachutes? Okay, so where were we? We were still falling in here, so I need to do I think we're not. I'm gonna try like 190, right? See if that actually matters. There we go. We're just gonna light up the engines for a minute. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, we're barely gonna touch the atmosphere, right? 190. I would absolutely go to Mars, and it was round trip, including a day on the surface. But that would just not make sense. If somebody offered me a round trip to Mars with like all expenses paid and 1 day on the surface, I would immediately start questioning their business plan, because clearly it doesn't make sense when you actually figure out the mathematics and everything that's required for the orbit. I don't see where Joule is. It's gonna just creep up on me. Is it going to be like Slender Jewel? I'm going to be like, I don't see anything. Oh my god, there it is! You know? Oh, that's what happens. Okay. So we're coming down again. Oh, there it is, right there. Look, you can see everything spinning around it. Let's just slow down. There's some sort of wall below a certain depth where nothing survives. Have I made the mistake of accidentally making a save when you reload, or vice versa? Yeah, sure, I've done that. Okay, I'm going to point prograde. That's the other thing. Actually, I should point retrograde. That would make far more sense, because I'm going to need to fire the engines to slow down. Here we go. 2,000 kilometers, 1,000. I'm just going to let this run until we hit the atmosphere. 50 times regular speed. 10 times regular speed, and the sun is coming down. There's the sun. We shall do this in full. We'll be able to see where the sun actually is. Okay. We don't make mistakes. We make happy little trees. Yes, that would be Bob. That's very cute. Orbit. Oh, look, we're getting red. Wow, 196, something exploded. Like the wings. I can't even touch the atmosphere with this thing. Look. And the funny thing is, this is barely slowing me down here. Barely. Look at that. Oh! Oh, yes. Yeah, aero braking at Joule in this aircraft is clearly not a plan that's going to work. Yes. But look, they are going to come out the other side successfully. Even although, yep, everything's gone. They're all gone. They're all dead, Dave. They're all dead. Okay, well, time to reload. So yeah, I guess I just need to thrust retrograde when I get down that low, and I'm gonna just accept it. So let's just run the clock until I get down to the correct altitude. I just wonder if I have enough fuel. That's the real question. Do I have, what is my delta V requirements for a capture orbit here, actually? I'm going to get in really close and set up a maneuver. 10 days time. Goodness gracious. I mean, there's basically no way I can use this atmosphere for aero braking at all. So I'm going to need... it's only 700 meters per second, so I should be able to do that. And the next trick will be to get in orbit around... Oh, that's Tylo. Wait a second. I get it... Wait. Where's Laythe? Is it... Am I not close enough in or something? Have I got... I'm really confused here. Okay, well, look, we've got a maneuver set up, right? And I'm going to align myself along it. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm in time acceleration. That's why I can't do it. Let's just fall down. We all fall down. There we go. Spinny, 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 spinny. If I could do anything right now, what would it be? You know, I would get... what do you mean if I could do it? I don't know. Like, that's really hard. Oh my god, TB303 all the way. Laserface is asking whether I like the TB303 or the TR808. And while they are both like iconic features of electronic music, the TB303 does it for me. Acid House will never die. Cheers. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay. So here's the thing. It's going to take a really long time to slow down. So I'm actually going to start slowing down here. Okay. Retrograde. Yeah, it says 24 minutes, and I suspect... Oh, there it is now. So there we can see it at last. It just wouldn't show me the darn thing. So I'm going to bring that all the way down. So I'm crossing the orbit here. And in fact, I'm going to do it so I kind of go out to here, and then it'll take less energy for me to fix this orbit up, right? I think. Okay, so 1,001 kilometer per second delta V. I think I should be able to do this. Let's just fire the engine. Okay, so that's actually not bad. So we know it's going to take 20 minutes. So I'll just wait until 10 minutes before periaps, or before the node. And then we shall actually begin the maneuver. The long, slow maneuver into orbit. Full power to the nuclear engines, Captain. Aye! We're giving it all she's got. Let's just turn the spacecraft... aircraft. It is an aircraft, technically, but it's an aircraft with a giant engine retrofitted into it. Okay, now... We're using... Oh, let me just think. So we need a 20-minute burn, which is about 1,200 seconds. So we're going to need 8... Okay, so we're going to use about 1,800 fuel to do this. We're doing okay. I am actually running on an AMD graphics card. I previously had an R290X, which was actually a prize sent to me by the fine people at Descendant Studios. I've been working on the Descent Underground Kickstarter. I'm very grateful to them, and I think Eric Peterson, Wingman, one of these days I want to have a beer with you. Yeah, they sent me that. Unfortunately, it's having some teething issues, so I'm back to my HD 7970, which is still pretty awesome. Okay, let's... this is going to take some time. This may take a while. I wonder if time acceleration should probably come online here. There we go. And then I'll just watch this whole thing. My dual periaps is doing fine. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I don't like the way... really don't like the way this line is going here, when in fact, and it's telling me the periaps is there. That is really scary, given how dangerous this atmosphere appears to be. What is corner gas, by the way? I've heard that mentioned, but yeah, haven't. Oh, Newegg have managed to lose your hardware. I'm sorry about that. Newegg have always been really good to me. They always say, oh, it'll be delivered in a week, and then it arrives the next day. That's just... Yeah, that looks really, really sketchy. But we're doing fine. Look at this. I could also watch this from the cockpit, huh? Oh, yeah. Look at Val. Having so much fun. Oh. I really like the fact that I put this inside the rocket like that. That was pretty darn good. What happens to space-time when you get close to a large body of mass? It curves! It bends! I'm falling right into Joule, I know. But we're doing fine. 354. Yes, it was just aero braking over Joule when the drugs kicked in. Now, I was actually, again, I was also looking at changing out my graphics card, but I literally found that unless I spent $400, I wasn't going to get something significantly better than what I currently have. So I'm just not in the market for another graphics card right now, I guess. I'm really hoping that Moore's Law, like, fixes itself, and I don't know. I'm just hoping there's something cool. Well, if you can approximate curves with enough straight lines, put it that way. Lancinator1234 keeps asking, what am I doing right now? He's asked it like more than once. I'm trying to fly a jet plane to Laythe, so I can fly it over Laythe. I mean, why wouldn't you want to do that? It's a jet plane that has a nuclear engine. I mean, this is the cool thing. You can't really see it, but I can open this up, right? Look. In there, we have fuel tanks. We have extra fuel tanks in there, and in the back there, we have this little nuclear engine there. Tiny engine, but it's nice and efficient, and everything runs off of liquid fuel. Okay, we're doing just fine here. Well, Moore's Law has been in a transformative state. Originally, Moore's Law was doubling of the number of transistors in a die. And then it turned into, like, doubling the clock speed. And then it turned into doubling the performance. Now it's like doubling the number of cores? I don't know. Or number of processing units in a GPU. That's pretty common. Okay. How are we doing? 345. We want to be careful we don't end up falling back into the atmosphere. No, Moore's Law was always a rule of thumb. It was never a law of physics. It was an observation. It wasn't like, nobody submitted Moore's Law to nature or anything, right? But it is a useful benchmark because, you know, ASICs and things like that are getting faster and faster, right? I was pointing out that, you know, if I use this PC to encode 4K video, it takes forever. But the new iPad Pro will encode like a 30-second 4K video in 38 seconds. Like, it's ridiculously faster than my current PC, which is huge. It has big chunks of hardware. The iPad has, you know, dedicated hardware for encoding and decoding video, so it can exploit that, right? So, you know, that really energy efficiency is where Moore's Law is actually still working, because we're getting more and more efficient hardware for the same, you know, price or whatever. Hardware efficiency, energy processing or whatever is better. I know people are saying, well, not all 4K video is created equally. Tell you what, if you look at the 4K video from iOS devices, it's pretty darn good. Okay, we're here. We have got our maneuver. We've made our maneuver. Now we need to set our target for Laythe. Set as the target. And we still have tons of room. Okay. Oh wow, we're going to make an intersect. But you know what? That's a lousy intersect. What I want to do is intersect on the other side. Okay. We want to have a slow encounter with Laythe, right? Pardon me, I'm a little sniffly here. I'm just going to see what happens. If I run time forward. Oh, there. See, what I can do now is speed this up a little. So I'm moving them closer together, and we should be able to get an encounter in the third orbit, and the velocity won't be too high. There we go, you see? So that's us. So this is going to be a 900 meter per second maneuver. So we're going to be down to about 4,000 fuel after we do that. 4 days time, 285 kilometers. Great. Let's do this. Let's warp. What is it? I can. Okay. We got that. Gonna warp. Oh, I can't warp to the maneuver node. I'll just do that. Warp to next maneuver. There we go. That was where I did it. Well, I'm glad some people like Apple products. I work very hard to make Apple products. The bit that I do work very well, but I gotta say, most of what... Pardon me, we can't do that. That's not going to work. I wonder... Let's just cancel this maneuver. If I perform the capture maneuver there, what is it going to be? Oh, crap. Oh, there we go. If I perform a capture maneuver at that angle, what is it going to take? Oh, no, it's that way. I'm doing it the wrong way, damn it. Oh, actually, I'll only take like 1300. You know what? I'm just going to take that. Why not? 1300 meters per second. I think we can do this. Yeah, apparently the new iPad mini screen scored the highest in some benchmark, the highest quality display ever on any device ever in the history of displays, according to some like benchmark thing, which is kind of interesting because it's not like I don't think they put in super, they spend a particularly huge amount of effort on that, but maybe they do. Okay. I have actually an iPad 2, which is really getting old, but we still support it, which is really cool. The 6 Plus or the 6S. Somebody's saying they have a 5C and they want to upgrade. And it's confusing because you have the 6 and the 6 Plus, and then you have the 6 and the 6S and the 6S Plus. Have I hit F5 recently? When did you last hit F5? I've just hit F5 now. There. Just because I was asked. I'm doing this. Okay, so this maneuver... Where are we? There we go. This maneuver is going to take me the better part of 20 minutes to do, and the estimated burn is about 20 minutes away. Okay, now we are in the sphere of influence, I believe. Yes, okay. Okay. You know what? I really like the iPads and stuff for mucking around with music. Especially, I like it on the train. Like, I'll just plug in some headphones and muck around. And I don't use GarageBand. I use something called Rhythm Studio. Yeah, I hear there's been a lot of... there was some more gunshots and stuff involved related to some police operations, but I haven't seen any more information, and I'm not in the business of speculating. Well, to be fair, there were other people doing smartwatches before Apple, right? I of course, like mine. Of course, that's a perk that I get a discount on it. But I find it very useful, but I don't think smartwatches are for everyone. I think smartwatches are a very specific technology that works best for people that really are, I don't know, doing things. Okay. One of the things I really like, actually, is that a lot of these apps now for mobile devices, they can communicate across like a virtual music network via Bluetooth. So you can have like a synthesizer app on one device being controlled from a sequencer on another device. And the thing about, phones is, okay, you might get a new phone every 2 or 3 years. By now I've had 3 iPhones. No, actually, I've had like 4 iPhones. And they're just sitting there like, Orion uses one as an MP3 player. He just basically uses it to play the Pacific Rim soundtrack because that's awesome. But, Sky has hers, and I've got some other spare ones. But, I could have all those working together to be an awesome sound studio kind of thing. There we go. There's Laythe. Look at it. Oh, let's actually show the anatomy of this spacecraft, aircraft, to those people that we're carrying. See? That is what we're working from. So we're almost out of liquid fuel in that tank. We still have 2,000 in that tank. You know what? I think I've judged this pretty well, to be honest. Am I happy with my job? Absolutely. I think I have a lot of fun stuff that I do there. It's not a startup anymore. It's a big company, but I've got to say that I'm getting a bit older, and there's something to be said for working for a big company that has good benefits and lots of stability and everything. I do love startups though. Startups have always been great. I have a TB3. I have a couple of TB303 apps. What do I have? Let me just see. Oh, I might have uninstalled them actually. I had to reinstall my phone because of reasons. So I don't actually have my TB303 apps installed. That's unfortunate. Oh, well. Yeah, that really is rather unfortunate. Okay, maybe I should go to the App Store and start downloading it. Okay. Okay, no, that's not good. Let's try and figure this out. No, seriously, I mean, and I use Android devices as well. When the first Android device appeared, the HTC, I was kind of tangentially involved in one of the very first apps. I was more on the server side, but, you know, I thought it was a decent thing, and I was kind of glad to see that there was other people doing hardware. But, you know, it's interesting how the situation has changed over time. Okay, I guess I'm trying to find my App Store. That's what I'm trying to do. I've worked for a ton of startups. Like, I've worked for a bunch of things. And startups are always good. I always like to get in super early, where you can just throw ideas around, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, and sometimes you end up basically you leave the company with less money than you started. It happens, you know. Oh, not on this iPhone. I'm looking for my stuff. We're slowing down. We're gonna get into orbit. You know, I just really like working with computers, and that's the thing I always want people to realize. I hear a lot of people that they say they like computers, but they haven't studied them at college, and so they can't get a job. And are like, no, you just have to actually work with computers. Going to college, learning computer science is fine, but the thing that will actually make you a good coder is actually working with code for fun. Write a game. You know, writing a game is a great thing to do. It's you maybe create a crap game, but you will learn so much doing that. And I cannot find my stuff. Okay, still looking. Oh, I've got Animoog here. I should install that. That's a good one. Oh, here we go. Rhythm Studio. And I think I might have some other stuff sitting around here. Oh, Final Fantasy 3. I should probably complete that game sometime. All these games on here. Ukulele Tuner. Very important to have around. Grand Theft Auto. Lots of Grand Theft Auto. So much Grand Theft Auto. And, of course, Galaxy on Fire. Oh, Technobox. Technobox. Okay. There we go. We're still continuing. What a beautiful sight that is, huh? That is a screenshot, huh? There, grab the screenshot. Quick. Beautiful. Okay. We're still slowing down, though. Here's the thing with programming is what you do is you start with something that lets you build a piece of code, and then you take somebody else's code and compile it, and then you change that person's piece of code. You figure out how it works, right? Here we go. This thing's doing pretty well. We still have plenty of fuel left. It's not technically a plane once we attached a rocket to it, because it isn't using its aerodynamics. Man, my nose is really itchy! I'm sorry, my nose is really, really, really itchy tonight. Okay, I'm out of beer. Good thing I have this cold cup of tea sitting around. Oh, tea is so good. Okay, I don't need this anymore. I'm just going to slow things down. There we go. Bring the Perry apps. MBA, married by accident. That would be a... You should not be getting married by accident, unless it's married because of accident. Which, I actually understand that. That actually kind of makes a certain amount of sense. Will I buy a 30k Tesla? I might. We have solar panels on the roof of the house now, so it makes sense to have more electric cars. And I'm out of beer. Actually, I have tons of beer upstairs, but I'm flying a spaceship right now, so I can't really run away. Yeah, I'm totally getting... Junkie1 has just come up with a magnificent idea of landing this plane on Laythe. And I have to say, I would not have thought about that if he had not come and mentioned it. Seriously. Junkie, thanks very much for your contribution. We really appreciate having you here. No, seriously. We're going to land this on Laythe. That's why we're here. We are totally going for the landing on the Laythe. The Laythe of Time, or something like that. 40 minutes in, wow. Okay. But we gotta get circularized. That's the most important thing. I'm gonna bring it down to about 100 kilometers, and then we're gonna cut the thrust. Good. Good. And cut. Cutting the engines. Okay, so next thing we need to do. How are we doing in terms of fuel here? Oh, we still have fuel in this tank here. That's excellent. So I can ditch this whenever I want. We are making it a Laythe plane, yes. Okay, next. Should I just go straight for re-entry? You know what, I'm gonna circularize a little more and then go for re-entry, right? That's what I'm saying. So the reason being, I want to minimize my return speed as much as possible. So since I have spare fuel, I mean, I guess I could actually dip into the atmosphere. That might be the way to do it, right? That's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to dip slightly. What, does anybody know what the altitude of the atmosphere on Laythe is? I think I'm going to drop myself down to about 50 kilometers. That's what I'm going to do. Maybe 55, right? I didn't bring the wingsuits with me, but somebody did point me to a location on Eve, which has a high mountain and possibly good places for us to fly down the side of. I'm really looking forward to giving it a go. Okay, so I'm bringing this down to 50k. People think 50 is a good place. Okay. 50! And we're just going to aero brake. There we go. And next, we're going to F5. Let's deploy these air brakes and turn this thing around. Where is it? There we go. We're going to fly up over the top. And now we're facing the right way, more or less. That's the beautiful thing about this. Oh, wait, we passed right through the atmosphere, apparently. Wait, the atmosphere starts at 50? Oh, come on. Seriously? I should know this by now. I thought it started at 55. Oh, well, okay. People are like, F5! F5! Save yourself! Save yourself! Fly! Fly like the wind! Okay, so we'll bring it down to like... well, I'm going to bring it down to like 45. That's what we're going to do. And then we'll see how we do. If we manage to survive that, then we can go lower then, right? I'm waiting for someone that does like a design of planets. Oh, no. Face the right way. And moreover, I'm going to toggle the torque here. There we go. Roll this thing. 2 kilometers per second. Oh. That's better. Let's do that. Look, it's got a big flaming mouth there. Roar. Looks good so far. Let's turn on the temperature gauges. No, temperature gauges. Few things getting a bit hot here, but so far so good. Are there any plans to add more planets to Kerbal Space Program? Not officially, but there are a number of modders that are coming up with ways to add planets. So we are all cool with these mods and their planet adding adventures. Here we go. Yeah, the bad angle of attack at the start was what really pushed me down, but I think we're going to get through this in one piece. We're totally getting through this. Oh, wow, she's surprisingly calm considering she's Val. Now, what is this doing to my orbit? It's really, I guess it's really slowly working. I think the drugs have worn off now, and she's realized that she's on a space plane with a bunch of guys that's re-entering the atmosphere. Yes. Okay. Well, success so far. She's like, yeah, she's like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to Elite Horizons. Next Tuesday, I believe, is when they're officially turning on the beta access for people like me. I've been playing the ship's beta, incidentally, with the stuff, and then I realized that I haven't played Elite enough because I don't have enough money to buy either the, what do you call it, the Corvette or the cutter. So I feel rather unfortunate. Oh, man, it is rather beautiful watching this. Look at that. It's rather balletic, the way that it flies around. Okay. Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, well, you know what? They probably have a shower in there, right? Elite on virtual reality is hands down the coolest thing I've ever done in my whole life. And I have to say that Elite on in VR is kind of the gold standard for VR, as far as I'm concerned. It's pretty sweet. Okay, so I'm just going to let the automatic pilot orient my spacecraft a little. I'm hoping I might lift the nose up a little, actually. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring the nose up just so that we're up to here. So that'll stop my periaps decreasing too much. Also, if you have an Oculus Rift and you're looking for games to play on it, I strongly recommend, or I highly recommend, Lunar Flight, which is great fun. And it's really immersive if you're an Oculus Rift player. There we go. Now we'll just let this flatten out. There we go. We're re-entering at slightly higher altitude this time. And we've brought our altitude down to 436. Well, yeah, DevKit 2 isn't being sold. There is like an interim version, apparently, which is in the hands of some developers. But, yeah, the Oculus Rift will be out next year. And I'm still not sure whether I'm getting one, largely because it's very hard to share the experience on YouTube. Whereas with things like Track IR, you can see that on YouTube. It makes complete sense. Okay, I'm going to push my nose down now. There, see that? Push the nose down to slow my return to space just a bit. Bob's kind of chill. Dorfert, who else is on this flight, actually? Zelgi. Oh, Zelgi is a girl as well, I think. You see the shape of the chin? That's how I know. You tried... yeah, SAS is for wimps, right? Okay. Shouldn't re-entry heating be proportionate to the degree you're decelerating? Because it totally isn't. It's actually slightly more complicated than that, but it is definitely proportional to how much you're decelerating. Okay. Hey, Arizona, USA. How are you? Is it arid there today? How is the rainfall situation? Okay. Let's just point the nose down. How low did we get? 343. Well, YouTube does have a VR mode, but it's not really set up for games. If you've seen my 360 videos, you can view it like VR style. It's a really cool experience. Okay. Just going to hold it on the horizon here. At some point we can fire up these engines, but not just yet. I think I can actually shut down this atomic rocket motor and close things. Oh, you know what I should do, actually? Let's take a look at this. I wonder where my center of mass versus center of lift is. I might transfer this fuel slightly forwards. The reason being, because we want to make sure the aircraft is balanced. Nice, I'm doing that while while we're floating through the atmosphere and burning up. Still doing fine here. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Whoa! Yeah, this is the stock Mallard, which is in the new 1.05, just in case you hadn't realized. We've deployed the air brakes. That's what I'm doing. The space engine video in 360 was crazy. I had to shoot... what I had to do was I had to shoot it using a fisheye lens viewpoint, and then I had to write code to specifically remap my video back into something sane. Okay, so pitching the nose down now to try to arrest my vertical speed. I want to stick in the atmosphere as long as possible here, right? So we're just bleeding off this speed here. I think... oh, look, you see we're bringing... I think our vertical speed is actually slowing just a touch. Just a touch, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe next time. Maybe next time we shall come through. Okay, yes. 200 kilometers. We're getting closer. Did they replace the food with drugs? You know, food is a drug, really, if you think about it. I actually put out a how-to video. It wasn't really a how-to video. It was more like a making-of video explaining what I did to make the space engine video work. It was not easy by many... by any means. You would love to be an... What, Mohingan, why do you think you're not good at STEM fields? Because it's just practice and doing things. Besides, do you know Ariel Waldman? She's like a big space proponent, and I believe her qualifications are in art as well. Like, she ended up working... You got to take a look at her whole thing, but she's worthy of note, basically, because she comes from an art background and is very well known in space circles. There's also, you know, I haven't got her to play Kerbal Space Program yet, though. Yeah, being a test pilot is something that requires a lot of study. Seriously. It's no longer a case of doing things by the seat of your pants, as they say. Should I choose for a computer science? Oh, that's a good question. I think electronics might be the better option, simply because software is very easy to learn outside of university, whereas electronics might be a whole lot harder. So you can always learn the programming side of things on your own time. Oh, wow, we're really oscillating around here. Whereas the actual electronics will probably benefit more from having university resources and everything, you know, having labs and stuff like that. But I could be wrong. I don't honestly know. I think they're all good things to know about, and yeah, you know, just go and science the heck out of everything. That's the way to do it. Okay, so Blazing Sun is asking that you can get practice coding by programming a game. And if you want to practice messing around, Unity is not the best game engine, but you can see you can do a lot of things with it, and it's actually very easy to get started in Unity. So if you get Unity, you know, Kerbal Space Program is coded using the Unity engine. It's a free download, so you can pretty much just... you can get it for free, and you can learn and you can mess around with it. It has an integrated IDE that lets you literally drop objects into your scenes and see how they work. It will do everything you need. Does Blender have a game engine now? I did not know anything about it, but I would be interested to know. Unity just has a lot of tutorials. the only thing about Unity is that, like, everything ends up looking the same, right? Unity games have a certain look, they have certain control bindings, and a lot of people, know the aesthetic and they try to avoid it. But it doesn't matter as long as you're doing something with it. Oh, some people are learning about processor design and everything as well. That's somebody's saying the only difference between science and screwing around is how you record your observations, and that is actually true to a certain extent. Totally. Anki Overdrive. Yeah, I've seen that. That would be an interesting one. I always meant to do like an AI set of challenges for Kerbal Space Programming using Kerbal OS, but I just haven't had time to organize these real things. These things. Okay, now, yes, now we're definitely here. So now I need to stop pulling down and start pulling up. I need to just maintain my vertical position until I bled off enough speed that I can actually safely descend into the atmosphere. Okay, there we go. Now we're doing re-entry here. Blizzy Freeman says he writes Twitch bots. Well, that's pretty good. What do you use to write Twitch bots? Do you use something like Expect? I used to write a lot of IRC bots in Expect. It was kind of useful. It was an event-driven language that was really easy. I have not read the latest book by Neil Stephenson. I haven't really been a great follower of Neil Stephenson. I did enjoy Snow Crash, but I've got the Diamond Age sitting there, which I haven't read. I also have Cryptonomicon, which I got halfway through. Yeah, it's a shame because I do kind of like it, but I don't. I guess things just keep happening and I keep missing stuff. Okay, here's the thing. If the moon blows up, I'm not sure why you would want to be in the space station. I mean, would you want to be in the space station? You'd probably be better being underground. It's very hard to imagine a disaster for which being in a space station versus being on Earth would be the superior option. Okay. Yogur Kerman burned up, yes, early on. I like the way he screamed. I mean, I don't like the way he screamed, but I thought it was one of the more amusing moments. It's where he's screaming as he's re-entering the atmosphere. Here we go. Keep that up. God, re-entry is like super careful. Yeah, I've seen Minecraft is another great thing that people have learned to program from. The important thing is not to follow just scripted games, scripted adventures, not to fart around in a sandbox. Try to create things always. Oh man, well, as I said, so for sci-fi novels, if you haven't read them, I strongly recommend all of the culture books by Ian M. Banks. They are just straight up amazing space opera on a scale which is unimaginably big, with minds that are inscrutable and vastly intelligent, and it's great. Okay. So now we're having trouble maintaining altitude, and that's fine because we're just doing this to bleed off the atmosphere, bleed off the velocity as best we can. You know, I wonder. Now hold on. Is there a way to show the drag? They're aerodynamic forces. I wonder if I open this, whether it will generate more drag. Oh look, we're suddenly getting extra drag here. I think that's probably the better option. Go with the bay open. The name of the books that I recommended was Ian M. Banks. IAIN, and Consider Phlebas is the first book, essentially, although you can read them out of order if you like. Yeah, Against a Dark Background and The Algebraist are also stuff. He does have a tendency to go very, very dark at times, but the culture books are they're a joy to read, mostly. Okay, now look. I like this. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, well, look. Oh, look, we're safe. We're safe. No, we're on fire. We're safe. We're on fire. See? No, okay. I haven't. Oh, another set of books to read, or another one that I really like, is Charles Stross. He wrote one called Singularity Sky. That's one that I would recommend to people that are getting into sci-fi. It's a great book that talks about all sorts of really cool stuff, and it's pretty modern. I like Larry Niven. I read a lot of Larry Niven when I was younger, but I haven't read it. See, I guess I haven't read Larry Niven since I grew up and became a far more mature individual. I'm definitely biased towards Ian Banks because he's Scottish. That doesn't mean that I'm wrong, right? Just because he's Scottish. Oh, wow. Like, I'm literally coming down in a place with no islands or anything. Have I played RimWorld? Yes, I played RimWorld before many other people. RimWorld is great, but most other people are now far better at it than me. I love RimWorld, but I've never really had the chance to completely explore the more recent versions. The developer of that is really doing a great job of just basically adding in every single random idea ever. Okay, I'm just trying to look around and see if I can see a copy of an Ian M. Banks book. Ah, there's one somewhere. Well, the thing with RimWorld is there's a lot of slog between the narratives, but I do think that there is a definite narrative that works. Do you think that it's possible to create a self-sufficient space station in real life? And if so, what do you think would be the hardest part of the process? I think the hardest part of the process is launching everything into space that would make it self-sufficient, right? I've heard of Greg Egan. I can't honestly comment on him. Oh man, this nose cone is getting rather hot. I'm doing my best to keep my altitude here, but good lord, this is taking a really long time. I guess I didn't recommend Asimov, and I didn't recommend Arthur C. Clarke. I guess was it The Gods Themselves is the one to read. That's wait, The Gods Themselves, is that Asimov or Clarke? I forget. Okay. The 3-body problem. This is yeah, I know we're doing this big time. I'm gonna turn this back on. I'm just really worried this thing is gonna catch fire. We're just trying to entertain as many inhabitants of this planet as possible here. We are landing eventually. I'm just trying to manage this whole thing and hopefully not have the whole thing explode. Foundation is a good concept, and iRobot is good. They're pretty highbrow concepts. I like Rendezvous with Rama. That's actually definitely worth looking at. Yeah. And there's a couple of sequels that are pretty good. Do you think we'll ever get... I would love, not so much a culture-style orbital, but I would actually love to have something like Rama in Kerbal Space Program. The reason being, I would like to try landing a spacecraft in a rotating reference frame. Although I have to point out that you can actually try doing that in Elite Dangerous just by turning off the flight assist system. Okay. The Kerbals look like they're having the times of their life. I'm going to bring these engines down here so I can turn them on once we're subsonic. Do you think that if the current resurgence of scientific interest among the public continues exponentially, we'll be able to have a Mars mission like the Martian by 2030s? I am very skeptical as to that. I think that, I don't know. I'm really glad to see The Martian has had such a huge reaction. A lot of people have seen the movie, and it's still showing. I went to see it on Sunday again with the kids, because they hadn't got around to seeing it for complicated reasons. And, they loved it. And the thing I realized about the movie, about Martian, is it is a really positive movie in general. It just there's no bad guys. It's just, you know, everyone's a hero. There's no bad guys, and even right at the end, everyone's just like coming together and, you know, getting on the love train. You know, the drama it's so refreshing. We haven't had that in a big movie in a long time. The drama all seems to come from, you know, people blowing things up and stuff like that. Okay, which island should I go for? Island A, Island B, or Island C? I think I'm going to go for Island A, but if somebody else bear left, we're going to bear left. I think I could actually start turning now. Whoa, wow. So I've actually turned off. Okay, you know what? I'm going to close this and open the air brakes. Close the air brakes. We're going to start turning. So we're going to glide for as far as this thing will let me. John Cell says Island A, and somebody says Island D, because of course somebody has to be different. Everyone's saying C. But you know, okay, so yes, the opening scene with the sewing, the personal surgery, that didn't bother any of them. But I tell you, it did bother some of my work mates who were like, "Oh my god, I almost like couldn't take that scene." Like it was really funny because they were, you know, obviously quite grown up people. Do you think I should try pooping out the giant tank? I'm going to F5 this now. I can't go back to space. I don't have the thrust. Yeah, we have a lot. Mars Direct. Yeah, okay, we're going to go south. That's what we're going to do. Wait a second. Which one did we say? B. I think this is a pretty big island, but it looks like it might not be as flat as I would like. Whereas this one over here looks like it might have a flat thing. We're going to see how far we can get. Okay, and now we're subsonic. I can fire up these. Oh no, my mouse pointer is stuck. So I gotta adjust the mouse pointer on the joystick, and then I have mouse pointer control again. So let's fire up these engines. Okay. I'm gonna use up some of the fuel in this tank first. In fact, is this how can I do this? Whoa! You know what? I think I need to ditch some of this fuel. This is too nose heavy. Okay. Liquid fuel. Okay, let's do this. Oh, actually, no, we're getting back control of this thing. I was kind of worried that I was not going to be able to keep my nose up, but once again, my mouse pointer is deciding to go over there. Okay, I think we're fine. I was worried that we were... Oh, wow, I've done a complete turn here. Okay, I guess we're going... I guess we'll go this way. Yeah, let's just go southwards. That has to be the logical place to go. So throttle up these engines and go a bit faster now. Let's see how fast these engines will help us go. We're going to have to send a mission to get these guys back. Preferably with a giant claw to bring the plane with them. Just kidding, but that would be pretty funny. So actually, yeah, this mouse issue has previously happened. And I think it might be... I wouldn't be surprised if it's related to the Cytec X52, right? I'm not going to use that nuclear booster. It's not nearly as efficient as these jet engines. These jet engines are generating more thrust and they have a much higher specific impulse. Okay, that's us. We're heading south. Just need to get myself leveled out. Oh, man, is there nothing out there? This could take such a long time. Time for time acceleration. Well, so much for that. I'm glad I saved that. Yes! Val is gonna EVA out. Maybe she'll survive. Maybe something will survive. Oh look, her surface velocity is actually decreasing. I guess she has more drag than the rest of the spacecraft. Oh, yeah, they're dead. Okay, so I'm going to wait until I fall down a little more. And now I'm going to fire this up. Okay. Oh, the new buoyancy? It does interact with the Kerbals. Okay, she's going to hit the ground at... or hit the water at just 40 meters per second, which is... oh man, I got to multiply. This is like 1,400 kilometers per hour. Sorry, not 1,440 kilometers per hour. So, yeah, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Hey, look, she survived. There's still stuff falling down. Wow, that thing is still going. I like that. And that wing surface. That, yep. And a wheel. Wheel. Yep, that. Still going. Let's F9. Okay, what was I doing? Oh no! No, this is why you don't save while in atmosphere. There, look at it go. Okay, so this is where we have to employ cheats. I gotta do unbreakable joints. I think that's what'll save us. F9, reload it. That's... hold together, baby. Come on, baby. She'll hold together. Okay, we're working on this turn again. Okay, I'm gonna do time acceleration times 2 times acceleration, maybe not 4. That was perhaps pushing it. Okay, throttle up the engines, throttle 100%, and now we're going places. There we go. We're gonna go south. Yeah, so Fuskel's Glasses is talking about the X-29, and it's almost impossible to make it lose control. I think it's just a fluke that you made one that was almost impossible to lose control, but really, yeah, it is... there's a lot of cool stuff, designs to do. The problem with X-29s and forward swept wings is that the wing, as it's pushing into... because the wing sticks forward, if it gets pushed, it will deflect downwards, right? Now, if a wing is going backwards and it gets pushed down, then that's fine because it will automatically restore itself, right? So that it'll turn into a flap that will go in the right direction. Whereas if it's going forwards, it'll the wing flexing turns it into a flap or a control surface, an unintended control surface that will actually exacerbate the problem. Okay. Is the new buoyancy relative to the planet's gravity? I don't know. I'm going to open this. Hold on. I'm going to transfer some fuel out. There we go. That might be easier to control. Can I maybe get this nose to sit up high? I'm just trying. So I'm adjusting the fuel mass here. So something had to do with some real aircraft. Okay, I'm gonna... okay, now see if I can fly it. Hopefully I haven't made it aerodynamically unstable. That feels a little unstable there. Okay, but that's a little better. Okay, well, we flew this whole thing to Laythe, and we burned it up. We destroyed it several times, but now we really are here. We're gonna survive. Yes. We got a long way to go. I wonder... what should we do in the meantime? How do I like the Cytec X52? I think it's excellent. Maybe I should just F9 this. And... oh, well, yeah, I could still be cheating. You know what? I've just F9... oh, no, F5, right? I'm going to F5 this. Given that I have a really long way to fly, and given that... I have been doing this for an hour, and I'm really... I actually have stuff to do tomorrow, because kids and all that. Oh, ooh, somebody's studying Born-Haber cycles. Could someone give me a quick definition? The Haber cycle. Wait, is that not the... is that not a chemical process for creating ammonia? Am I getting things... I don't know. I haven't tried the X55. I think the X52 Pro is what I've got. And I think the Pro is definitely worth the little extra that you pay. I've definitely used all those extra features. Okay. But yeah, I think I might just try ditching this in the ocean instead for now. Because this is probably going to take too long for me to get there. I should have started turning sooner, or try to re-enter over some part of the world which is less oceany. Oh wow, Laserface went... He drove through their empty Boca Chica sites. Crazy to see their logo on highway signs for Adopt a Highway. Yeah, I am looking forward to more SpaceX launches. Have you heard, interestingly, about the next GPS contracts? The ULA did not submit a bid and essentially have let SpaceX get the GPS contracts uncontested, right? So this is actually kind of interesting because, well, you know how ULA and their Atlas, they have been using the RD-180 engines, and those are Russian engines, and right now there's some sanctions and stuff related to that. So it appears that they basically asked Congress to say, well, can we have some more RD-180s for the military launches? And Congress said, no, why don't you use one of the RD-180s that you've assigned to a civilian payload? And they were like, no, we can't do that, we've given it to civilians. So yeah, they I think what they're really trying to do is get the RD-180 ban lifted so they can do more stuff. Okay, this thing, is this getting closer? You know what's really happening is we're starting to stall this sucker. I think I need to go lower, to be honest. Oh man, it seems to me the thrust here is so much harder. What is the thrust on this thing? 48. Yes, it is rising just a little, but man, this thing is barely able to fly. You know what we should try doing? Let's try ditching this payload, right? Let's just try it for giggles. Are we ready? Since the stream is starting to come to, you know, we're starting to reach some sort of conclusions here. So we're going to open this, and then we're going to try ditching this. Are we ready? Okay. Doesn't actually work. Let's open this a little further. Say ah. Okay. There we go. Whoa! Oh, it totally works. Oh yeah, I should probably slow down. I should have done that regular. Oh, wait a second. Close. There, that got us a little more performance. Oh, the ULA submitting a bid minus the ELC would involve disclosing the launch prices without their government subsidy. That, oh wow, that's also an interesting bit. That is an interesting bit of stuff. Yeah, if you read the whole article on Spaceflight Now, they really lay out that the ULA, a lot of this decision is down to, you know, them playing political games. Okay. I actually had unbreakable joints on, are you sure? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Let's F9 that. I guess we're gonna try this again, right? Engines throttled up, right? We're gonna do this for real now, right? We're gonna disable the cheats. Okay, next we're gonna move this down. I'm gonna get in level flight here. Open the cargo bay door as wide as it goes. Are we ready? And then, oh, you know what we could do? We could try a 0G thing, right? Let's try that. So I go up, and then we go down, and while I'm at as close to 0, we ditch this. There, you see that? There, look, we gotta do the vomit comment. Whoa, there it goes! This is not what we're supposed to be doing here. Oh, this is not looking good. This is not looking good. Come on, get out of there! I'm gonna pitch my nose downwards here. Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try a roll. Maybe a spin! That'll work! Let's try doing a Come on! Fall out! Fall out a little more. There! Yes! Excellent! That was exactly what I planned to do. Now we gotta pull out of this dive. We're gonna close the door. Okay, and now we are free from that mass that was shackling us to the ground. Okay. And thank you for flying Ryanair. I want to do that again. I want to see if I can do it properly. So, okay, so we're gonna... What I was trying to do, right, was go into a dive, do the vomit comet maneuver so that it would kind of float out, right? Let's try that one more time, right? Well, the other thing I could do would be just to open these, open the main bay as well, right? But I don't want to do that. Let's try this. Open this. Oh, wait, my thing is stuck. It might also be related to the control pad. That's also a possible thing. Okay, let's open this as wider. Okay, and we ready? So we're gonna throttle up. Open this. And ditch. And so now I'm gonna go into a strong dive. There, you see, that's how to do it, right? So what I did was a dive that basically brought my G meter to 0, and because it was in 0G, it was no longer touching the sides, and so therefore was able to move. That was a real bombshell, so to speak. Okay, let's get this thing flat. See? Styling. But it does have extra fuel. I should have probably just kept it around. Oh, I still cheated? Oh, man. But it looked so good. Oh, yeah, now go get it back, right? The unbreakable joints, it didn't actually matter much. Okay. It's not thoroughly radiated. It's underneath the water. Okay, so I have to go to bed. I've got important things to do. What I'm going to do is try ditching on the water, right? Poop it out and catch back in your hole. That is just not what I want to be doing. I'm sorry? Yes, Zymex has the right idea. He is face palming at this notion here. Okay, well, let's try landing this on the ocean. I could totally fly to a place, but I haven't got the time. Okay, so I guess I'm actually going to just shut off the engines. Oh, and once again, my thing has moved to the wrong place. I'm no longer going to touch the mouse. We are going to fly this without the aid of a mouse. And, oh wait, I need the mouse. I need the mouse to disable unbreakable joints. Okay, now we shall be flying this without the aid of a mouse. A mouse will remain still in the corner of the screen. Watch. Watch as I very carefully put this thing down. Onto the waters, the unyielding waters of Laythe, ready to consume it and tear it apart. But no, the flying skill of Valentina Kerbin will be sufficient to cushion it, to bring it down like a gentle souffle or something like that. Okay, next we're just going to flatten this out a bit more. The engines are idling. Atomic Element is heading off. Cheers, thanks very much. Thanks for being here. I might be able to take off from the water, but I don't think I have the thrust, to be honest. But I don't know. We might find out. I'll try that after I land, right? Oh yeah, do we need... these engines don't have thrust reversers, right? Oh wait, I moved the mouse. Yo, this has reverse thrust. Hold on. Yeah, I don't have thrust reversers enabled. Okay. Well, I could try putting on the reverse thrusters. Reverse thrust. Okay. There we go. So we're ready. Both have thrust reversers enabled. So we'll use that once we get super close to the water. Right? We shall be gliding along a few feet above the water. We'll have air brakes on and thrust reversers to maximum. Okay. We're getting close. We're getting close here. This is really hard. There's no shadow, so I'm just looking at the thing. We'll get it down to about 10 meters, and then I'm going to try and hold the altitude there. Okay, there we go. So there we go. Thrust reversers on. And the mouse is away. The mouse is away, and now we're just going to try and slow this thing down for a gentle touchdown. Excellent. Oh, wait, did I lose my air brakes? I think I lost my air brakes. Well, okay. We mostly survived. Yes. Rocket. Oh, no, wait. What happened to my air brake? My air brakes just get broken off or something? I just don't see where they are. Are they perhaps so far below the waterline that they're invisible? Well, let's try lifting off just for giggles. So let's enable forward thrust. Forward thrust. As I said, I don't think we have the thrust to weight ratio, but we'll just try it nevertheless. Yes, but it's 2 years to go swimming on an alien ocean. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, actually my things are there. My, whatchamacallem, my air brakes. Now we're starting to have trouble here. This is where what I really need to do is deploy these. Normal deployed. Let's see if that'll help us get off the ocean. Almost. Come on! Just get us out of that water there. Oh man, this is so hard. Yeah, it needs look at it. Look at it. Oh, it wants to fly. It wants to fly, I tell you. Yes. Okay, and then we can of course fix the deployment of these things. I should probably have action groups and stuff enabled. Okay. That's where we're leaving this tonight. Thank you very much. I'm going to give you a double salute. Yes, that's the double rumor salute for extra awesomeness. No, seriously. Thanks for being here. We are going to be doing other things. I am going to be making some real videos this week. I know I've been really busy with a lot of things, so the live streams have been what I've been doing. Yeah. So yeah, fly safe, everyone. Stay cool, and yeah, just be cool. Awesome. Bye. I'm just actually paused here. I thought you might think the stream was frozen. Like it really is frozen now.